On June 19th, Xi Jinping met with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing. This time, the focus of the outside world was not only the content of the meeting, but also the change in the CCP's previous diplomacy. In terms of etiquette and seating arrangements, officials from both China and the United States sat on either side of the conference table, and Xi Jinping's position was in the middle of the table. So Antony Blinken was in the position of a subordinate who was reporting to the CCP superiors. The content of Xi Jinping's Blinken talks was like a reenactment of dynastic diplomacy. Previously, when meeting with foreign guests, Xi Jinping usually sat on the left or right, at least showing equality between host and guest. The meeting with Blinken this time is different. The host, likely intentionally, neglected the guests, but judging from the meeting atmosphere, it did not seem to be the case. Xi Jinping said that China and the United States had reached a consensus on specific issues, which was very good. He also said that exchanges between the two countries should show respect and treat each other with sincerity. Was the seating arrangement between the host and the guest this time the intention of Xi Jinping, or the hospitality of his subordinates? It is said that the CCP officials' flattery is getting more and more crude, even breaking the bottom line. Zai Qi, a member of the Standing Committee of the CCP's Politburo and the Central Office's director, also known as the Zhongnanhai Secret, is a master of arrangement. Some people speculated that Xi Jinping himself deliberately arranged such positions. When Mike Pompeo, Blinken's predecessor and Secretary of State, visited China in 2018 at the Great Hall of the People, he always sat on the sofa side by side with Xi Jinping. This time, the position of U.S. Secretary of State Blinken is also worse than that of his predecessor, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry. When Kerry visited China in 2015, he also sat on the sofa next to Xi Jinping. On June 16th, just 3 days before Xi Jinping met with Blinken, he met Bill Gates in Beijing. Bill Gates also sat on the sofa side by side with Xi. Xi told Gates, "I'm glad to meet you. We haven't seen each other for more than 3 years." Some netizens commented, for Xi Jinping, Bill Gates has a much higher status than Secretary of State Blinken. In December 2022, Xi Jinping met Li Jiaqiao, chief executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, and Carrie Lam, who arrived to report on her work in 2021. The seating arrangement afforded to U.S. Secretary of State Blinken, Li Jiaqiao, and Carrie Lam is similar. The seating arrangement for Xi Jinping's meeting with Blinken this time sparked heated discussions among netizens. One netizen joked, "This time Blinken has become Xi's subordinate and is being lectured by the boss. This arrangement means that the United States has been defeated by the CCP and become a CCP colony." Someone said, "This shows China's lack of respect for other countries. That's a dangerous country." Some tweeters scoffed, "What a shame." The big diplomatic overturning incident. It's ugly in everyone's eyes. A dictatorial country loves to divide people by rank. The whole world is thinking, what kind of entertainment show is this?